You know
neutrality
that term,
where
Koine Greek, you got the
you're,
good demon within.
if someone gives you a compliment, it's like, okay, thank you. You don't dwell on it. You let it go. That you don't cling to anything, that you allow life to show you what it is, and that you live in a way that you're not furthering the harm.
Yeah, sure.
Simplicity.
You don't carry a heavy load, man. The way I look, I might not have the answer. I might not be. I think I'm kind of ultimately what the case is, but there's two: the light as in awakening, the Satori type experience, eureka. But then secondly, the burden that so many of us carry around, the heaviness. Rodney Dangerfield talked about that a lot. This the heaviness, the burden that he carried around spiritually, psychologically, or what have you. But where you just, take a load off Annie, take a load free, take a load, take a load, the weight, right?
I think impermanent. I think impermanence when you guys talk like that, because that's the reason why Otto and Panu don't really get into reincarnation too much. It's not that they don't believe it; it's just they don't think that should be the main focus of the reason why you're doing it.
It doesn't matter who you were in a past life. Who are you in this?
Yeah. See, it'll take care of itself, anyways.
Think of impermanence too, and I think that's the reason why a lot of Buddhists should keep more focus on the Deva realm more than anything else, because you got to understand that nothing is forever. Even impermanence even happens to the Deva.
That's
exactly. Buddha said, okay, you might have this being. I don't believe this is the case. I believe this is a state of evolution of mind. But even enlightenment is impermanent, because you could step out of it at any moment. You could start to practice unwholesome dharma. Even an arhat could make the choice to step out of that and make it a non-permanent thing. And like the deva, say you've got a deva, okay, this god or whatever, and they seem immortal and they can grant all these blessings or do whatever they do. They're going to run out of those good merits at some point. You got a bag of money, you spend it all, it's gone.
Are you guys familiar with Nagarjuna's Tetralemma and the University of Nalanda? And why is it that Buddhism made its way? It kind of disappeared from the north almost, like it just became more low profile, made its way down south because it was originated way north of India, made its way for whatever reason all the way down south to Sri Lanka, where it later then spread out.
Why?
But then came back up north. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, because when Ashoka died, that Brahma.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, did we lose?
Responsibility. There's no God to put your problems on. You're creating this. People don't want that accountability. They want to blame the God for the thunderstorm. They want to blame the God that their crops failed. They want to blame anybody but accepting some goddamn responsibility for their own actions.
You kind of cut out there for a few moments, but I think we got the gist of things basically. So trying to check Facebook as well here too. It looks like we may have lost the stream for some reason, the feed. I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that earlier. But we were in commercial break, and I put it in the chat, but you didn't see it. Jane was telling me that the input stream wasn't.
They kicked us off, or we got kicked off of Facebook. I guess we said something a little too critical of, Zuckerberg, billionaire, multi-billionaire Zuckerberg. He just is only capable of. This is, I think this is a legitimate criticism as well, really. But they only keep these live streams archived for a month. and then they're gone.
Yeah, they used to. They used to keep them. You have to download them yourself, and
Nah,
I just,
we don't
I
even
just,
bother.
I just make, if I make a live stream that I want to keep, I'll just download it and upload it to YouTube and delete it.
What have you been doing lately, anyways? Speaking of which,
Mm.
as far as live streams are concerned, because I haven't. Feel free to tag us as well too, like anytime, right? Like don't.
Oh, I haven't. I just made a video about the Reiki experience. I haven't really done like anything. I think I've just been trying to stay quiet. I had some dental work done too.
Oh.
So Monday was a week ago, and so it was, I just for the first few days I could meditate through the pain, but the swelling is just inevitable, sort of thing. So I was really just trying not to talk a whole lot.
We're speaking of
And
Elvis. Go ahead.
My job is talking, like cueing yoga.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God. Yeah. Jeez.
There's a lot of talking. Yeah.
We're speaking of Elvis earlier, and just one of the things. He was the man in many ways. He had his foibles and tragic, weaknesses, and human, all too human. But
hard day's work.
What regarding dental work, I guess one of the interesting little things that he would do is like put himself in a self-induced hypnotic state, and then it's like to the dentist, he's like, okay, ready. So he had that ability for some reason. He managed to unlock that within himself. So very talented, super talented guy, man. Like with movie scripts and whatnot. I guess he could. He was great at reciting. Like he would hear something and be able to then, share it back with people quite easily.
Right.
He loves
for the first
Star Trek.
Days, there was something sharp that was literally like the dentist was like, "Oh my God, your tongue is cut up."
Oh my God! Oh yeah.
So you can't meditate your way through.
Holy shit!
Like
they cut your tongue
every time it was a sharp thing, and it would cut my tongue every time I would speak. So they had to fix it.
Jesus.
So that was what I have been doing the last week. Working through all of that, calling yoga through all of that.
Oh, what are you doing? Yeah. Jesus. That's crazy.
Well, life, you gotta, yeah, I don't have a choice,
that's similar to my teacher. I referenced earlier that she was just like with her suffering and soldiering on. It was like, wow, a lot of respect. So women are, they can, because that's the way they're made biologically, because they with childbirth,
women have a higher pain tolerance to men, and I can tell you that as a massage therapist. I have massaged some big, huge, muscly guys, and you go in, kind of light at first, just to get used to touch, and you're like, ow, 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 ow. But the 105-pound housewife, I'm dropping a damn suplex with my elbow, and she's like, "Can you get my pressure?" I'm like, "Bitch, my foot's on the wall."
But it's funny too, because like with fighting, for example, it's like fight, flight, fuck, friend, feast, or there's one more. I got, like, it's not just fight or flight.
Salmon?
There's like a few of, they're all F's. Fight, flight, fuck, friend, foe, or food. I guess food. Mogul. Yeah, eating. So all those, there's like 6 of them or something I came up with that were kind of interesting. But yeah, Zane's talking about how the show got cut off here. I see via Facebook. So nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. And it's not even bloody. The Chrome is just wanting to load and repeatedly over and over again. So look, we're gonna wind things down here, folks. But with the
I've got to go to bed.
Yeah. What is there? How do we reach you? Of course, we are going to add your contact information. Fear not. Roger Hansen, or rather, mine's I guess, is where we find you typically. And we ourselves have been trying to get a little more engaged and active over there. We've got that Master Legacy group list, folks. If you're interested, it's been circulating here via the Digital Underground. Feel free to add any groups that you're promoting and have put together that you'd like to see more people support or maybe become moderators of. Mostly spam is what we try to keep an eye out for. And really things are generally pretty cool. You don't get too many death threats or kitty p I'm not going to spell it out, just kitty stuff that's totally improper. We don't get any of that, and that's what you got to keep a lookout for. Mostly commercial spam, and I think we really, with the groups, we should be telling these people that if you're, as a moderator, chiming in and saying, look, this, because you keep the group closed, because usually sometimes they have 4 or 5,000 or more people, and that's a lot of folks that are potentially.
No, I'm a moderator for this Facebook group called Himalayan Occult Healers.
Yes.
And there's like almost 4,000 people in that group.
Tibetan Buddha. Go ahead.
But it's like, there's a team of moderators. I don't even see half of, and we approve every comment, every post.
Yeah. Ourselves as well. We're pretty laissez-faire.
Because Malik and his wife, Dr. Sharita, they are really super cool. They live in Nepal, and they're like, look, anybody start shit, they're gone. Anybody with a gory in their profile name, not allowed in.
What's a gory? What's a gory? That's like extreme Hindu.
Yeah, man. These people, they do cannibalism.
Eating shit.
Eating shit, literally going, meditating in cemeteries, rubbing themselves with the ashes of the dead, just all kinds of gross stuff.
And the charnel ground, that's in the Tibetan tradition. I know Chogyam Trungpa wrote about that, and you can look at it metaphorically, which is probably the safest way to do it, really. But if you want to get, material realm, like, as you say, rubbing ashes.
Like, we are super strict about, if you're trying to sell something,
right,
or like,
you can pay for it. Here's our PayPal.
If we'll let people post, something that they've done. I'm like, okay, you wrote a book, cool, we'll let that in.
Yeah.
But, trying to, look at my new product or take my, culty class.
They should be charged, man. I really charge them and have a PayPal deal set up, or with mines. With mines, it's like 5 mines tokens or more, depending on how big the group is, I suppose, and we'll let you run your ad here. For
right.
Well, actually, what? Even pin it. You could pin their ad on mines to close to the top. I wouldn't put it at the top, but like close to the top, for sure. Like,
and it's funny, I have some of these gurus or whatever in India, and they'll write whatever or put their opinion on something and try to tag it to my Facebook page, and I deny the tag every time. I'm like, nope.
You can fix. Okay, nope. You can. Those settings.
They don't show me. No, they can't tag me. Like, it shows me an alert, and I deny it.
Right. But people can go into their Facebook settings and adjust that if they want. I'm pretty like I don't allow. Yeah, I don't allow people.
Yeah, I don't allow tagging, but they try. It's like I'll get the notification, and I'm like, "Are you literally trying to be seen through my page?" Like,
well, you turn it off. I've had mine turned off forever, but I still get notifications of people tagging, which is fine. It's like somebody, and you know what happens there is I get pulled over. I click, and then I go over, and it's like, do I want to add this to my timeline? You have the option to, and sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. So you're just screening what you put on your timeline. It's that simple.
Right, but it's just the stuff that people will try to tag you in, you know.
Well, but that doesn't, that bothers you. I don't understand. Like, why? Because it goes
It
immediately onto
doesn't
your
bother me.
page.
No, it doesn't go immediately onto my page. It's just, I look at it and I'm like, why is this just,
right.
just weird
Right.
stuff.
You don't even know them?
Or like, no, they're Facebook friends or whatever.
My life was so good when I quit Facebook. You guys are, I
mean, you missed what I was saying earlier. Like, we got to use
I heard
it.
it. I
leverage
heard all
it,
of
man.
it.
Lever it to our advantage.
It's like gurus or teachers trying to like put their stuff on my page to make it seem like they and I are affiliated.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's just really weird.
Fix your settings.
Yeah, I did fix.
You know what happened to me that made life so good about the internet? I stopped.
You got off social media?
Get away from freaking a lot of these mainstream platforms and go to VoIPs. Like, I'm on Discord, I'm on Teams. I talk to people on Jitsi, stuff like that.
That's where we are now. This is a VoIP, voice over internet protocol. And I'm not spending much time on social media these days either, frankly, at all. Other than I have a YouTube downloading addiction that if I can get sucked in, and because of the way the feed is set up, and they're like, oh, the algorithm is like, oh, you're interested in this, are you? Oh, we'll give you more of that then. What do you think of this? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, more of the same.
Like, if I didn't have a business, and you have to have like a personal account to have a business page, I probably wouldn't have Facebook. I just kind of get on it to like sort of do business stuff or just like self-expression, like writing, sharing Dharma mostly.
Right. So let's
we have a cool setup on Discord where a lot of people who are in your whole Buddhist crowd, that they're actually networking on there. So I mean, you can you got tons of people. You got like Jaffe's on there talking all the time.
Otto, yourself,
Anabasa and Otto. Yeah, I'm a researcher of Buddhism. Yeah.
I could never get into it because it's a gamer server, and I'm just like, not.
It used to be. Now it's moving away from that. Now, if you want to get into gaming, it's there, but there's a lot of people on there that's not into.
Too many bells and whistles, man. I get totally just like, I cannot deal with any of the too many bells and whistles. I just check out.
I'll give it a go.
So,
well, I mean, you guys, after hearing that Facebook conversation, I mean, I don't really believe a word you're saying. Like, if you want to do Facebook, go for it. But
no, it's handy. But what I'm saying is use it to leverage itself the way that, once again, Marx talked about capitalism essentially eating itself, devouring itself to its final state of total dissolution, I suppose is one way of putting it. But like the Ouroboros. But just as simple, just leverage it to reflect how absurd and contradictory and ridiculous things are. Like, they've backed off a little bit since Trump came on board, which you can bet is going to change.
Yeah, the fact check on fact.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. And YouTube has chilled a little bit, but they could do better.
There was a 3-year period on Facebook where I was literally only out of Facebook jail for 3 months of 3 years.
Scamdemic. You thought criminal. This is our science.
I literally got a
half the picture.
Ban one time for putting a thing that was a meme about like the British Empire. The only reason the pyramids aren't in a museum is because they wouldn't fit in the building.
How dare you? Or
something like that.
That's quite funny, actually. It's poetic.
Oh yeah, that got me a 30-day ban.
That's a good. Like, there's a song. There's a song in that one. Definitely, you could easily like write a song around that. I'm sure, not a problem. Just go for it. So, it's ridiculous the number of song ideas I come up with, and been watching a Tragically Hip special recently, and of course, if you know anything about the hip, it's Canada's national band. I'm starting to understand a little more why that's the case, and the poetry of Gord Downie and each of the musical, compadres and companions that he had, or that were a part of who the hip were back in the day. I actually met them, saw them up close in a small little club in Victoria, British Columbia when I was going to university. I had a friend, Rick, who played road hockey with them in Kingston when he was a kid. So they got to go backstage, him and a few other of my university flatmates, as the Brits say. I was too busy though, being distracted by
girls.
Yeah, there's something along the, yeah, that was what was happening there on that front, and I should have just said, like, hey, let's go. I was thinking with my little head instead of the big one, I guess, that
The
night. But
Willie.
yeah, but but it was okay because it's something that I'll always remember, and who knows, maybe if the butterfly effect, if I'd have gone backstage and met them. I mean, the Wu Wei, or as they say here in Korea, thing is Mu E, uh, doing by not doing, and just how that has an impact throughout the entire cosmos, whether we realize it or not, is anybody's guess, but it is. But watching the documentary, what is it? It's a 4 or 5 part docu-series. It's god damn it, I wish I could remember the name. People could check it out. It's really quite something, and just an incredible story. And the way I was never like I don't know, like I do songs like Opiated and Bob Cajun. I play on guitar, actually. I've got them down pretty well, not so bad. And I've recorded Bob Cajun, although not the way I would do it today if I had the chance to to revisit the song. But I learned why they were Canada's band, and the lyrics of what Gord Downie was putting together, like 50 Cap Mission is an example, and 38 years old is another one, of course. And there's numerous songs that they Fiddler's Green, man, that's a heartbreaker. To the backstory, the context to that, it's like, wow, I had no idea. So once you do, like, you learn a little bit of the backstory of any song, really, that it really helps to bring it more to life. And especially as someone like myself, as a street busker and performer, it just energizes things so much more when you go out there and present it to the public. So, which you can do with a story, of course, little bit, uh, oh, right? Street busking.
Right.
But anyways, all right, we're about done here, folks. We want to once again, Roger Hansen over on Minds. It's mostly where we can find you. WPRPN is on hiatus, unfortunately, for now, but we do have the archived end of things still up and running, which is great. So do check that out. We've got a number of guests booked here, feature guests, over the coming months. Really, we've been booking things ahead quite